Hi, this is Barry FitzGerald, Garimpeiro columnist for Stockhead. Welcome to our first edition of Stockhead Market Movers, where we talk directly with CEOs who've just made a game-changing announcement. And we certainly have one of those today with Hot Chili. Code is HCH, trading at 4.2 cents for a market cap of about 180 million post capital raising, which we'll talk about soon. Today we have Christian Easterday, the CEO, MD of the company, to fill us in. Now, Christian, the big news, Glencore coming in as a 9.9% shareholder as part of a $40 million capital raise. Tell us about the background to the deal and what it means for the project.
Yeah, thanks, Barry. Great to chat again. It is quite large news in the world of hot chili. So we're welcoming Glencore as our new largest shareholder with a 9.99% position in the company as part of a wider $40 million capital raising, as you outlined. But yeah, I guess the background to all of that is we've been in discussions with a number of groups over the past months, and certainly getting a lot of attention. You know, our projects on the coastline in Chile have continued to spit out world-class intercepts from a very aggressive 40,000 meter drill program, and certainly we've been very focused on looking for a suitable partner that could assist the company to develop this very large scale copper project on the coastline of Chile. And I guess you know we found a great team in Glencore that was willing to chat about how that partnership may well be established and commence. So really looking forward to their contribution to the project, adding a significant amount of capability and experience to Hot Chili's team. We won't be just enjoying them as a large shareholder, but we'll be shortly welcoming one of their members to join our board. And we'll also be looking to set up a steering committee so we can have some of that expertise really moved into our management team as to how we push this forward to a decision to mine. And also, we'll be providing a few protections for Glencore's investment. They'll obviously be able to tag along and maintain that 9.99% position. But one thing that we were also looking to do and bring out of a major partner was also to significantly strengthen our financing position well ahead of time. And we were able to discuss with Glencore an offtake arrangement that we're yet to negotiate. We'll look to negotiate over the coming months, but really to put in place what is effectively a hedge on a component of our copper concentrates, which will be coming out of this large scale Costa Fuego copper development. To give you an idea of scale, we're talking about a project that's going to be targeting around 100,000 tons of copper production a year and close to 100,000 ounces of gold a year. So, a very large scale project, and we're targeting a 20 to 30 year mine life. We were able to discuss with them looking at a partner for offtake arrangement on about 60% of our concentrate production, just for the first 8 years of a targeted 25 to 30 year mine life. And what that really does is align the component of concentrate that would be traded against benchmark terms. About 56% of global copper concentrate is sold at benchmark rate. And so what we'll be looking to do is negotiate commercially competitive arm's length benchmark terms with Glencore, which is effectively the largest copper concentrate trader in the world. So I guess we sort of get a benefit out of really de-risking the front end of our project, protecting and sort of keeping about 40% of our concentrate for the spot market and negotiating that when the time comes, and certainly having the vast majority of our concentrate free. But more importantly, it's that alignment with a very capable, one of the world's largest mining companies to develop Costa Fuego. They're not just one of the world's largest mining companies, Barry. They're one of the largest copper producers in the world, operating the fourth largest mine in the world, Collahuasi in Chile, and also with their Lomas Bias operations. I believe they have, many thousands of employees already in Chile. So I guess this is not just a significant endorsement of Hot Chili's large-scale project and the company, but also a very significant endorsement of Chile as an investment destination for new large-scale copper developments.
Absolutely. Just to round out on Glencore there, it's an $80 billion company. It produces about 1.2 million tonnes of copper a year at 80 cents a pound. Copper is currently its most profitable division at the moment. And the Ivan Glasenberg, the legendary Ivan Glasenberg, is just now in retirement mode. Is a big fan of the copper price, copper demand going forward as the green revolution takes hold. I take it you guys are aligned on that?
Yeah, certainly. Look, the discussions that we commenced with Glencore, and what a great team they have, very, very experienced and skillful, and the people we've been dealing with, have been, it's been a pleasure to deal with them and to see alignment in how we see the project going forward. But it's certainly been in the press, the transition from Glasenberg to Nagel. Nagel's only really been in the chair a number of weeks now, and this probably would be one of his first deals that he's presided over. So certainly we're very aligned with Glencore's repositioning and towards a greener commodity book, and certainly looking to balance more production that they're associated with in very safe jurisdiction in Chile. They have obviously multiple mines in the copper sector around the world, from Africa through Europe and South America and LATAM and North America, etc. So yeah, we're certainly part of their push to obviously build more copper tonnes in safer jurisdictions.
Mm. There's an absolute scramble on by the majors to access more copper units as the years unfold. And your deal with Glencore reminds me a bit of the Newcrest and BHP taking up equity positions in SolGold, who's got the big Cascabel copper project up in Ecuador. Do you see similarities?
Yeah, look, you probably would have seen that the metrics, the basic terms of the deal that we've just announced are very similar, and these sort of 10% starting positions, the ability to tag along in equity raisings and maintain that percentage, steering committees, board members, and very, very similar to what you would have seen with Newcrest's investment originally in SolGold, and it was certainly a model that we were familiar with. We saw the added benefit of an offtake partner on a project that is we are certainly not sitting here with reserves on our entire project. We're not sitting in a position to be able to negotiate concentrates, which the specifications of those concentrates are not fully yet at definitive feasibility stage. So to have that early reach and that early de-risking for our finance with an offtake partner of the size of Glencore, the largest trader of concentrates in the world, we saw as a significant benefit. And that's certainly the beginning of that relationship on the offtake side. But I think the similarities to SolGold are not missed by many. Barry, we had a couple of very big raisings that were announced in the market on Friday from the Australian, the very limited Australian large-scale copper crowd. Rex Minerals put a $50 million placement out in the market, and Hot Chili put a $40 million placement out on the market on Friday. I guess we traded about 23% higher on the day than the closing price of the company, about nearly 50% higher than the issue price of the capital raising, and the guys at Rex saw that price in the market drop about 22% to the issue price, and really the only difference in the two raisings that probably comprised very similar investment groups, both Australia and overseas, typically in North America, was Glencore. So certainly that rubber stamping of the company has been been well appreciated by the market, and we can only hope to see the significant re-rate that SolGold enjoyed after that Newcrest investment. That company moved from a 30 million market cap to a $1 billion market capitalisation over a 7-month period. There was nothing changed with SolGold between then and a billion market cap. It was an endorsement by a major, the ability that the market could see that project was going to be carried forward with deep pockets.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Your pathway to $1 billion market cap on the back of a tier 1 project with a tier 1 miner coming in a supportive manner. When do we see that $1 billion market cap?
Yeah, look, I think we've been plotting our resurgence to the top of the copper development space for quite some time now, Barry, and the investment by Glencore is certainly one of those important steps on de-risking. The next really important step for us is about 3 months away. Towards late October, we're well on our way towards a dual listing in the TSXV, and a really important point that I've been making lately. Hot Chili is the only large-scale copper porphyry player in the Americas that is not listed on the TSXV. Our entire peer space is over there, and the likes of Orico Resources, Solaris, Philo, SolGold, all of the players that have very similar resource bases that we compare very favourably with. Often our grade is better, and we're one of the very few low altitude, no arsenic in our ore bodies. Out of that grouping, you're typically looking at market capitalisations of anywhere between 600 million up to 1.4 billion. So we're not a plus 4,000 metre altitude project. So what we're aiming to do is dual list the company, sit amongst our peers over in the TSXV in about 3 months' time, and bridge this arbitrage gap which exists between Hot Chili and the rest of our peers on the other side of the world. So when you go to play in someone else's sandpit, Barry, you're the only Australian that comes into the playground and wants to play with the other kids in their sandpit. It's really important that when you go and do that, you don't find a Tonka truck lamped across your head. So it's always good to come and play in someone else's sandpit when you're bringing the biggest kid in the playground as your friend when you go and do that. So we're really looking forward to that next move towards the TSXV and really starting to now compete well against our peers on the other side of the world.
Absolutely. Okay, so there we go, folks. What was an interesting story has become a very interesting story with Glencore teaming up with Hot Chili. So, Christian, thanks for your time today. We'll be watching with interest as you move the project up the development curve. So, thanks for your time again, and best of luck with it all.
Great. Thanks, Barry.
Cheers.